Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. We're looking out my kitchen window, and you can see the rain dripping down the glass. This rain started at 6 a.m., then there was a break between 6 and 7, and then at 7 it started coming down about this heavy, and it's been going ever since. And look up here, and you can see that it's almost 9:30, so we got almost 2.5 hours of rain running here. And I can see one of the stream beds out there. It looks like it's got a little shine coming to it. So with that being said, we're going to venture outside. All right. So here we are first looking at the weather station, so you can see what they're telling us. And it's saying sunshine. It's always the reverse of what actually has happened. Anyway, let's head outside. We're going to go out through the bedroom here, and I wanted to show you that I did find that globe for the ceiling fan. You remember on one of my earlier videos, I couldn't find that. It was buried somewhere inside the container. I found it in container number 2, and I got it in place. So, let's head on outside. I got to get my umbrella here. I don't want to get too wet out there. We're going to go see what's going on out here. All right, doors are unlocked. Oh, hey, it's wet out here. Wow, look at that. My driveway is a mini stream. So, let me get my umbrella open here. Excuse me. There we go. And let's venture out. Okay, we're going to head over and check the rain gauge. And, oh, look at that, a 1/2 inch. That's a pretty good rainfall for 2.5 hours. It was, it seems to have lightened up a little bit. It was coming down a lot heavier than this. But you can see I got little puddles and streams running all the way across the compound here. And the green is looking greener. We're going to head over to the pond and see what's going on over there. And I see a little water running in this stream right there. Just a little. But it is a little water. Wow, the ground's a little soft too. My feet are sinking in. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got water flow. But not much. The rain really isn't heavy, it's just steady. So it might take a little while longer for this to build up. Although by the looks of this sand deposit here, we might have had a little bit more than what I'm expecting here. I can see a little bit of flow up here in this part because this is a harder packed clay up here, and it gets sandy down low here where the just before it gets to the stream. Looks like the little overflow over there in the background is picking up a little puddle, or a couple of little puddles, but nothing in the bottom of this one yet because, of course, when I dug more out of there, I took up all of the clay that was holding in the bottom. So it'll take a while, and it looks like this stream has gotten, you can see it coming down there. It's running, and it comes down to here, and then right here it's going into the grounds because this is all disrupted by my ATV tires when I was digging. All right, well, I will venture out again when the rain stops, and we'll see what we've got over here. But let's move on up and see what the rain barrels are doing for me. Looks like the green tarp is holding because we're not getting any wind now, but there is a wind forecast. I think it starts later today and goes through tomorrow, and they're talking possible gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So my turbine will probably make about 15 watts. Kidding. All right, we're getting over here in between the containers, and we've got a little bit of a puddle down here. Well, let's see what's going on here in the barrel. Oh, look at that. That's almost half full down in there. And the buckets here are picking up a little bit. That one's about a third full. And there's a little puddle forming there. And just got a little increase in the rain, as you can probably hear on my umbrella underneath here. Let's move around. Oh, my driveway is a nice little stream bed. And, well, I did laundry yesterday, so this barrel catches just the rain off of that little tin roof. There's a gutter behind it, and that comes down into the barrel. So I can't really tell you how much rain I got into that one. Well, let's go over here because I only had about 5 or 10 gallons. Oh, look at this. This one is still filling. You can see the water rippling inside there. And it's more than 2/3 full. So that one's going to overflow pretty soon. And I don't have any backup empties to put on there. Let's go around the back side and see what's going on back here. I do have another barrel here. Oh, that one's 3/4 full. Yep, got a lot of rain into that one. I can't see into the blue barrels over there without actually taking the covers off and putting my measuring stick down inside of them. And this little drip catch here has got about 1/3 full. And let's move around. My gray water pit. Well, that's got a little bit of water in the bottom of it. But that's going to get a tank sooner or later. Well, this bucket here on the end is full. That one's already running over. This one's got 1/4 in it. This one's half. That one's half. Looks like the rain is missing it right there. Now, let's move it just a little bit and see if I can pick up that rain. That's 1/4, just under a half. And this one's less than 1/4. This one's 1/4. That one's almost 3/4. Then this little end catcher here, that's about 1/4. This one's almost a half. That one over against the cabin over there is almost full, almost ready to overflow. So yeah, I'm picking up a little bit of rainwater here. And just for the heck of it, these buckets over here by the compost pile were both, or all 3 of them were completely empty. Let's see what we got in them. Oh, just about a 1/2 inch of rain. So I guess my gauge is almost accurate. That's about all. The plants are getting well watered here. And I smell right now, it's a weird thing, I smell wet fur. Almost like there's a wet dog in the area. Huh. I wonder where that's coming from. Well, he's not hunkered down inside my bin. And yeah, I took a couple of blocks down here because I had the girls out yesterday free ranging again. And they were trying to get in there. So they're trying to go through the holes in the blocks. So I took some blocks down so they could get up in there. And they went in and scratched around and moved some stuff. And that's good. That's what you want them to do. They'll turn the compost for you if you let them do it. All right, let's move around and see how the plants are doing. Well, everything looks, my grass is really growing. Of course, we know how that goes when you have to cut it. And yeah, my radishes are doing good. I got some weird desert plants coming up with the carrots here. My kale, I've got to make some soup here pretty soon because I see some of the leaves turning yellow. But no biggie, I just toss those into the hens and they go to town on them. And moving around, Oh, yeah, my carrots look good there, and I still have one onion left in there. My trees are loving the water dripping off their leaves, although that one right there looks like it might be getting choked. I might have to transplant that into one of the bigger pots. All right, one last thing. I'm going to move up and show you. I put the ATV seat back on the ATV, and it's under the garage door that I put up on top of the containers there and made a little protection area for my ATV. Oh, look, I got a stream flowing down the backside here, and it's going right up against the going right up against my new deck. So I'm going to have to correct that as soon as the rain stops. And we got us a nice dripper here. I should put a bucket under that. Now we got a little bit of overspray on the seat, but it looks great, huh? That really came out good. I'm happy with it. And I've got enough to do it again if I have to, depending on how hot the summer gets this year. Oh, look at that. We've got us a white van right over there. He just turned around and headed back down, so there must be a pretty good flow of water going down the road. They said that the local neighbor said that when it rains like this out here, that road turns into a river. So that means it's going to be all dug up with ruts and stuff, and I can probably within the next few weeks expect to see the scrapers out there, the county scrapers, resurfacing the road or scraping the road down. All right, that's about all I have to show you, except for the girls. They're hunkering down underneath the coop, and like I said, I did put that cover on the food for them so they can get to their food if they need to. But I also moved their little feeder pan underneath the coop so they can get into that if they need to. But yeah, we're getting a pretty good rain on this one finally, and I'm going to head back inside because I'm getting a little bit wet. Don't forget, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up down there, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And you can also hit the share button down there and share this with your friends and family and anybody else that might be interested in off-grid ways. We'll be getting a lot more done when this rain stops. We're supposed to end sometime later today, but then we're supposed to have sunny skies for like the next 10 days. So this will dry up, the desert will green up, and I'll be able to get some work done. GBear signing off.